In life, many people give up on their dreams too easily. Some think, I tried once and failed, so I can't do it. Others think, I'm just not capable of achieving big things. And some wonder, why do I feel so powerless to change my situation? But observation teaches us something very important. Most of your limitations exist only in your mind, not in reality. For people who feel stuck and powerless, listen carefully to this liberating story till the end. In the world of traveling circuses, there was a man named James who loved to explore new places and see interesting things. He spent his weekends visiting different attractions and learning about the world around him. One Saturday afternoon, he decided to visit a large circus that had come to his town. As James walked through the circus grounds, he saw many amazing things. Acrobats flying through the air, clowns making children laugh, and trained animals performing incredible tricks. But then he noticed something that completely puzzled him. Behind the main tent, he saw a row of massive elephants. These were not small animals. They were huge, powerful creatures that could easily uproot trees or demolish buildings if they wanted to. Each elephant weighed several tons and possessed incredible strength. But here is what shocked James. Each of these mighty elephants was held in place by nothing more than a small rope tied around one of their front legs. The other end of the rope was attached to a simple wooden stake driven into the ground. James stood there in disbelief. The rope was thin, the wooden stake was small. Any one of these elephants could break free in seconds if they simply pulled hard enough. Yet none of them even tried. They just stood there peacefully, as if the tiny rope was an unbreakable chain. Unable to understand this strange situation, James approached one of the elephant trainers who was walking nearby. With genuine curiosity, he asked, "Excuse me, sir. I have a question that's bothering me. These elephants are so huge and so powerful. Why don't they break free from these small ropes? They could escape so easily." The trainer smiled, as if he had heard this question many times before. He looked at James with kind eyes and began to explain. "That's a very good question," the trainer said. "The answer is both simple and sad. These elephants don't try to break free because they believe they cannot. Let me tell you how this happens." The trainer walked closer to one of the elephants and gently touched its leg. "When these elephants were very young, just babies, we used the exact same size rope to tie them. At that age, when they were small and weak, this rope was strong enough to hold them. They would try to break free. They would pull and struggle and fight against the rope with all their baby strength. But no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't break free. They failed again and again and again." James listened carefully as the trainer continued. After weeks and months of trying and failing, something changed in their minds. They stopped trying. They learned a lesson, but it was the wrong lesson. They learned that when they feel that rope on their leg, they cannot break free. That belief got programmed deep into their minds. Now, even though they have grown massive and strong, even though they could break this rope as easily as breaking a thin thread, they never try. They still believe they are powerless. They are held captive not by the rope, but by their belief. James felt a chill run down his spine as he understood the deeper meaning. The trainer looked at him seriously and said, "It's the same with people, you know. Many human beings are held back by beliefs they formed when they were younger and weaker. Someone told them they weren't smart enough. They failed at something once. They tried and couldn't succeed. And from those early experiences, they formed a belief. I can't do this. I'm not capable." Now, even though they have grown, learned, and become much stronger, they never try again. They are still tied to that old belief. James thanked the trainer and walked away slowly, deep in thought. He realized that he too had elephant's ropes in his own life. Dreams he had given up on because he failed once. Goals he never pursued because someone once told him he wasn't good enough. Limitations he accepted without ever testing them again. That day changed James's life. He went home and made a list of all the things he believed he couldn't do. Then, one by one, he started testing those beliefs. He applied for jobs he thought were too good for him. He tried learning skills he thought were too difficult. He pursued goals he had abandoned years ago. And to his amazement, he discovered that most of his limitations were just like the elephant's rope. They existed only in his mind. From this story, we learned something powerful. Just because you failed at something when you were younger, weaker, or less experienced doesn't mean you will fail now. Just because someone once told you that you couldn't do something doesn't make it true today. You have grown. You have learned. You are stronger than you were. But you will never know your true strength until you test the rope that's holding you back. Many of us walk through life tied to invisible ropes. Ropes made of old failures, past rejections, and limiting beliefs. We never pull hard enough to discover that we could break free anytime we choose. The rope that holds you is much weaker than you think. But you have to try. You have to pull. You have to test your limits. To all who feel stuck in their current situation, remember this. The elephant could break free anytime. It just doesn't know it yet. You are stronger than you believe. You are more capable than you imagine. But you must challenge the old beliefs that keep you tied in place. If needed, listen to this story again so this truth stays deep in your heart. If you enjoyed this story and it opened your eyes to your own invisible ropes, please don't forget to like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Thank you for listening.